Hey everyone, hope you're having a great weekend so far. It's First Alert Meteorologist John Burchfield here in the Weather Center. Snow just minutes away now, and we are going to talk snowfall totals, when it all arrives, when it leaves, and if you watched the forecast yesterday, we've been talking about how it's going to transition from snow to rain. So I'm also going to let you know when that transition occurs, but first of all, leave those comments down below if you have any particular questions, want to know how much snow you can expect for your town or city. Let me know below, and I'm going to try to answer as many questions as possible. We've got Facebook going on this computer and YouTube on the other computer. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, check it out, WTOL 11 on YouTube. We share all the latest weather videos as well as news and sports content, so definitely give us a subscribe there. We're talking Sunday snowfall, going to come down very heavily for just a couple hours before transitioning to rain. Wow, we got almost 600 viewers here on Facebook. Thanks for taking a share out of your Sunday afternoon. Hope you're staying in, and you really don't have any plans for this evening because a slushy 1 to 3 inches of snow in the forecast. Hey Pam, hope you're having a good Sunday. Expecting a little less than an inch to the south, and the heaviest snow going to fall to the north and northwest of Toledo. Margaret's got a question about Norwalk. Margaret, I could see you getting about 1 to maybe 2 inches of slushy snow before that transitions into rain. I'm going to let you know when that transition happens in just a bit, but let's see how many of you we can get here on the live video. Got about 750 right now, and of course, I'm starting off with the snow map because that's the most important graphic. How much snow am I going to get? That's a question I'm sure many of you got this evening. Felicity, hello from West Toledo. Hope you're having a good one. Margaret answered your question about Norwalk. Michelle, hope you're having a good day in Perrysburg. Perrysburg could definitely get a slushy 2 inches of snow, so I got the snowfall map up right now. So I'm going to switch to the hour-by-hour forecast in just a bit, but right now we got 800 folks here on Facebook, and I know this is the map you all want to see, how much snow to expect. The thing about this snow, folks, is that this is all going to arrive in just a couple hours. It's really going to be a very heavy snow for a short period of time. Looks like we had a little bit of a lag in the video there. You know how technology goes with these live streams, but hopefully it's up and running now. Leave those comments to make sure you can hear and see everything okay. And I'm checking on YouTube comments over on this other computer. I'm not going to forget about you, Facebook, but want to see a few of those YouTube comments as well. So BCall85 on YouTube wants to know how much snow for Perrysburg. It's going to be about a slushy 2 inches for Perrysburg, but the thing is that is all going to fall in a very short period of time. So as we've been forecasting from about 4 to 9 p.m., a heavy swath of snow is going to move on through before that transitions into mostly just rain. So I think enough of you have seen the snowfall map. Let's get over to First Alert Doppler as to what we're seeing right now. So I am noticing some of that steady snow already working on into the viewing area. So the darker the blue, the heavier the snow is. The lighter the blue, the lighter it is. So I want to zoom in on where I'm seeing some of that heaviest snow start to fall, and this kind of reflects that snow map that I just showed you. The heaviest snow is going to fall to the northwest of Toledo. So Williams and Defiance counties right now, we are seeing that darker blue color, so some heavy snow to the northwest of Toledo. If you have any friends or family up in northern Indiana, Angola to Auburn, Fort Wayne, South Bend, all seeing pretty steady snow. And the bigger picture, well, we have a period of several hours where it's going to be snowing very, very heavily. Check out how dark blue that color is across northern and central Indiana. Yeah, this is going to be kind of snow globe, as I call it, Christmas snow. It's the kind of snow that you expect back in December, those big snowflakes, and that's going to be coming down for a period of 4 to 5 hours before it transitions to rain. Now you can see a little bit of that rain already starting to make its way towards Indy. That's the rain I expect this evening, but before that happens, we're going to get several inches of slushy snowfall. All right, we got about 830 of you on Facebook. Thanks for taking some time on your Sunday evening to geek out with me over the weather. Let's get back to that snowfall forecast map for those of you who might be just tuning in. A slushy 1 to 3 inches of snow expected this evening. You can check out this map. I'm going to look at a few of your YouTube comments over here. So of course, this is a big question. You got Eddie asks us on YouTube, will there be any school closings tomorrow? I would recommend doing your homework simply because this snow is all going to fall Sunday afternoon and evening. Pretty much between 4 and 9 p.m., that's when we're going to see this heavy snowfall. But then once it transitions into rain, that could wash away a little bit of the snow and hopefully improve road conditions. So I'm not going to rule out a delay or a closing on Monday. Of course, I'm not the one who makes those calls, but yeah, get the homework done tonight just to be safe. A few more of your YouTube comments. So Robert wants to know, will there be any bigger snowfalls this year possible? You know, Robert, that's a tough one to answer because as meteorologists, really we have a good grasp on the weather for the next 10 days. That's why we issue that first alert 10-day forecast. But really guessing what's going to happen a month from now, 2 months from now, the science isn't quite as strong for that. So if you ever see a weather forecast that goes a month or two in advance and predicts big snowfalls, there's really a lot of uncertainty that happens. The weather has a lot of variables that go into it and changes. So will we get any big snowstorms this season? You know, I think the odds are against us simply based on what we've noticed in that, you know, spring seems to be coming a little bit earlier, and this winter has kind of not really been too impressive in terms of big snowfalls. All right, I'm going to get over to a few of your Facebook comments. Hey, Gary, hope you're having a good Sunday so far. Gary asks, will the rain melt the snow? Gary, it is going to melt some of the snow, but it's still going to be a slushy mess out there on the roadways. I'm going to get over to the hour-by-hour forecast to let you know when that rain's going to start on up. So those dark blue colors through 5, 6, 7 p.m., that shows you the heavy snow that we're expecting for a period of 4 to 5 hours this evening. By about 8 to 9 o'clock, though, you are going to notice it's going to kind of transition into mostly just rain. That being said, when that transition does happen, we're already going to have a slushy 1 to 3 inches on the ground. So yeah, the rain might wash away a little bit of it, but it's not going to be, you know, a super warm rain. It's going to be like a cool upper 30s kind of rain. So that might improve road conditions a little bit, but still expecting some pretty nasty travel conditions despite that transition to rain. So Brad wants to know how much snow for BG. Brad, right around a slushy 2, maybe 3 inches for BG. Some of that could wash away a little bit in the rain, but that's about what you can expect. Sue wants to know how much for West Toledo. So Sue, I've got about 2 inches in the snowfall forecast for Toledo. So yeah, that should apply to West Toledo as well, right around 2 inches. Stephanie says, I've seen 1 inch and now I'm seeing 3 inches. We'll get what we get. And that is right. Steph, with this kind of snow system, you know, some spots get stuck under really heavy snow bands, other spots get kind of the lighter end of things. But one thing that we're confident in with this forecast, Stephanie, is that the heaviest snow is going to fall to the northwest. And the reason for that is it's going to be a little bit colder to the north, so that transition into mostly rain is going to happen sooner to the south. That's why you see about 1 inch or less from Ottawa, Findlay to Tiffin, because it's going to be a little bit warmer down there, and we're going to switch over from snow to rain an hour or two sooner. So Toledo, Wauseon, Adrian, you're going to have a couple more hours of snowfall before that rain transition happens. Hey, Alicia, hope you're having a good one in Defiance. Right around 2 inches expected for you in Defiance, and I'm guessing it's already starting to snow there over in Defiance. So got a question about how will it be at 4 in the morning around Fayette and the Wauseon area. You know, it's hard to predict the exact road conditions. Hopefully crews can get out there and work on them, but by 4 in the morning the snow is going to be done, maybe a few lingering rain showers at that point, but the heaviest snow is going to happen this evening. So my hope is that, you know, by 4 o'clock in the morning we're going to be seeing rapidly improving road conditions. Penny says, do you want to build a snowman? Penny, good news for you. This is actually going to be pretty good packing snow. You know, with temperatures in the mid-30s, this is going to be a warm kind of snow, big snowflakes, good packing snow, definitely good for a snowball fight. If you get a snow delay tomorrow, which I'm not going to make any promises on that. We will have to see about that. Zippo, glad you love geeking out about the weather. I think the weather's pretty cool, and it is fun to get finally some snow after this winter's been kind of a dud so far. So hopefully a little bit of snow here in the forecast. Dale says, okay, so Dale is not tuning in from our viewing area. He says we're expecting up to 8 inches between Monday and Thursday. Wish it was snow, but it's going to be rain here in Alabama. Yeah, Dale, heavy rain is definitely a problem that a lot of states in the country have been dealing with lately, and that's problematic in its own right. Of course, different kind of weather impact than snow, but hopefully that is not too significant or too impactful. So Ardith wants to know, when is this going to start? So Ardith, I'm going to get over to the hour-by-hour forecast. The timing on this really hasn't changed. Right around 4 o'clock is when the snow is going to become pretty widespread. We're going to see a couple hours of very heavy snow before that snow to rain transition happens right around 8 o'clock. So this forecast really hasn't changed much in the last day or two. We're going to be seeing snow beginning by around 4, so that's not too far off from now, and then moving into mostly rain by about 8 to 9 o'clock. Shanna wants to know, are we expecting freezing temperatures tonight, so ice tomorrow? Shanna, that's a good question. One of the reasons it's going to switch from snow to rain is because temperatures are actually going to warm up this evening. So what's kind of interesting, Shanna, is that in a couple hours from now, it's actually going to be warmer than it is right now. A little bit of warm air on the bottom of this storm system is going to kind of lift in some milder weather conditions. You can see that here over on First Alert Doppler. To the south of the snow, you can already notice some rain starting to funnel on in. So central and southern Indiana, seeing mostly rain out of the deal. So there is going to be a little bit of warmer air that kind of tries to move into the viewing area. So we're going to get a couple hours of very, very heavy snow before that snow to rain transition happens. So to answer the questions about ice, well, I'm expecting the roads to be a little more slushy than anything. Not really an icy freeze-over concern. This is going to be one of those events where the roads are very slushy, the snow is very heavy and dense. It's going to be kind of a wet packing snow. So Diane also has a question about school closures and road conditions. You know, Diane, the good news for tomorrow is that the roads should be quite a lot better. As I talked about, the snow to rain transition is going to happen right around 8 to 9 o'clock. But watch what happens after that. So the rest of the night is really going to feature mostly just clearing conditions, a few lingering rain showers. By your Monday morning, I'm not really expecting much on radar at all. Sorry, I just skipped over that graphic. Okay, so here's Monday at 3, 4, 5 a.m. By Monday at 8 a.m., we can honestly be totally dry. So the only weather impact for the Monday morning commute is going to be whatever snow is left on the ground from this evening. Hopefully crews can get out there and do a good job on the roads. I'm sure they will, but it's going to be more of a slushy issue for that Monday morning commute. So timing-wise, certainly not ideal for those school delays and closings. If you want a delay or closing, or if you happen to want one of those, which I know the kids do, but the parents might not want, the best timing for that is going to be when the snow falls right around the rush hour commute. But this snow is going to be more so in the evening, and then by the Monday morning commute, going to be drying things out. All right, I'm going to get back over to the snow map, check out a few of your comments. We still got almost 500 of you on Facebook. Thanks for taking some time out of your Sunday evening. I'm just checking the First Alert weather app right now. We sent out a little push alert. It says join live on Facebook, YouTube, John Talks Sunday Snow. So if you don't subscribe on YouTube yet, check out WTOL 11 on YouTube. We also have our updated live videos as well as news, sports, you name it, content that'll be good to subscribe to. So definitely check that out. Sandy says, started snowing in Hamler around 3 o'clock. Thanks for letting me know that, Sandy. Yeah, kind of 3 to 4 p.m. is the time frame we've been giving, so that's pretty much spot on there. Pam's excited about snowman snow. Yeah, this is going to be definitely a more dense packing snow. Alan says, I want a blizzard. Alan, I'm going to make the joke that we always make. You got to go to DQ if you want a blizzard, because we're not going to get one this winter. With the way things have been going, it seems like the best we can do is about a 2 to 4 inch snowstorm, which, I grew up in Toledo, and I remember getting some 8 inch to 10 inch, 12 inch snowstorms, but it seems like it's been a while since we've gotten one of those. Michael says, bring on spring. Michael, 39 days until spring, and even sooner if you go by meteorological spring. So really not that much longer, and it seems like we really haven't had to deal with that much this winter. So spring is right around the corner. Lynn, you're welcome for keeping you posted. Hope you stay safe in the snow, and thanks for joining us. Shelly says, started at 3 in West Unity. Thanks for that report, Shelly. Nina says, nothing in Monroe yet. Thanks for letting me know that, Nina. I'm guessing you've still got about another hour before it starts in Monroe, because this snow system is moving from west to east. So let's go over to First Alert Doppler. For those of you who haven't seen radar, of course, you can check the radar image from your phone on the First Alert weather app. Right now, it looks like the heaviest snow is still off in northern Indiana, where you see those darker blue colors. But I am seeing some light flurries already moving on into the viewing area, and it's going to come down very heavily for a couple hours this evening. Few more of your questions before we call it quits. Laura says, is it going to be windy? Yeah, Laura, it's also going to be very windy this evening. Whenever you get a very dynamic low-pressure weather system that moves on through, it does tend to get a little bit windy, so it is going to be windy. Keep that in mind as well, Laura. Should we worry about the wind tonight? Yeah, Melissa, it's also going to be windy tonight, but this is going to be a very heavy, dense sort of snow, so as far as blowing and drifting, maybe a little bit, but it's really going to be the slushy roads that is going to be the biggest impact for today. Let's check out a few more of your comments before we sign off this Facebook Live. So Robert wants to know how much in Morenci, Michigan. How is the road going to be in Archbald in the morning? So Robert, the morning roads should be a little bit better because the snow is going to be done falling by around 8 to 9 o'clock. So this evening across southern Michigan, Robert, you can definitely see 2 to 3 inches of slushy snow, but then hopefully by tomorrow, things are going to be a little bit better. Bob, you're welcome for the coverage. Hope this helps you as you're making your plans. Carla says Liberty Center, what, 2 to 3 inches? Yeah, I'll go back to the snowfall map for those of you that might not have seen it yet. This is going to be a very slushy accumulation. It's going to fall in a 4 to 5 hour window, and then right around 8 to 9 o'clock, it's going to start to transition into mostly rain. So it's going to be really nasty out there for a couple hours, but then I do expect improving road conditions by the evening. Let's see. Pam says, what are we as far as average totals? Pam, if you're asking about the seasonal snowfall, we are, of course, way behind schedule. I can look up the weather stat real quick on where we are for maybe the monthly snowfall. So February so far in Toledo, we have gotten a total of 4 inches of snow. So that's honestly not that bad for a February, especially since we're so early in the month. January in Toledo, we got 5.5 inches of snow. So that's not a whole lot for January. And December, well, I have a feeling that's going to be even less. So in Toledo, at Toledo Express Airport at least, 1.8 inches of snow in December. So pretty much nothing compared to what we can get during some winters. I guess we're due for it, so hopefully you enjoy this snow and make the most of it. It's definitely going to be good packing snow, but it's not going to stick around long because we are going to transition into rain later this evening. You know, we still got about 350 of you on here, so I'm going to keep the Facebook Live going because it sounds like you're interested in the weather, which I'm glad to see that you're staying weather alert this weekend, and hopefully just staying inside. I know Sunday evening is not a real busy time of day. A lot of you probably just gearing up for the work week, so hopefully you can just relax this evening and enjoy the snow, maybe drink some hot cocoa, something along those lines. All right, I've got your YouTube comments over here. Let's check out a few of those. So Mark says, maybe if enough of us wish for spring, it'll come early. Well, what do the groundhogs say? I think we're due for an early spring, especially since it's kind of been spring-like all winter long. You know, we've gotten 50, 60-degree temperatures throughout the winter months, so really hasn't been too bad this winter at all. Addie on YouTube says it's snowing in Defiance already. Thanks for letting me know that, Addie. I was seeing some steady bands of snow here on First Alert Doppler. Because this weather system's moving from west to east, yeah, it does look like it's snowing in Defiance, so thanks for letting me know that. It confirms what I'm seeing here on radar. So Jeremy wants to know about snowfall in Fremont. Jeremy on YouTube, I'm going to put up the snowfall map again. You can pick it out. It's going to be kind of a 1 to 3 inch slushy snow. Fremont on the 1 inch side of things. Wouldn't be surprised, you know, if maybe a little bit more than that, but generally the further northwest you go, the more snow you can expect because you're going to get a few more hours of uninterrupted snow before that snow to rain transition happens. Okay, this is a good question here on YouTube. When will the temperature drop below freezing? That is a good question. So interestingly enough, the temperatures are actually going to get a little bit warmer this evening. So, you know, usually this time of year, we talk about chilly overnight lows, like cold nights and then the daytime being warmer. But it's actually going to get warmer in the next couple hours than it is now, which is kind of strange for this time of year. In fact, overnight tonight, we might not even dip below freezing at all. So that is definitely good news for that morning commute. We're expecting low temperatures tonight to hover sort of right around in the low 30s. And you'll notice, if you can check out that sidebar on the side of the screen, I'm going to see if I can get the arrow pointed up. But yeah, the hour-by-hour temperatures, which you can see there on the left side of your screen, actually shows us getting warmer throughout the course of the night. So kind of an unusual weather pattern for February. But we're going to go from the low 30s at 5 p.m. to the mid-30s by 11 and close to 40 degrees by tomorrow. So we are actually going to get a little bit warmer throughout the course of the night, which is certainly unusual, but that's precisely, you know, why it's going to turn from snow into rain, is because we're going to get a little bit warmer. So Denise says it's snowing in Wauseon. Thanks for that report, Denise. That's what I was noticing on radar, so good to know as well. Shelley, you're welcome for the weather updates. Hopefully they help. And if for some reason you can't make it to our Facebook Lives, we also are on YouTube on WTOL 11's YouTube page. So click the subscribe button over there, and we'll give you the latest weather forecasts on YouTube as well. So Jose wants to know about the 10-day forecast. Well, I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. You got to tune in at 10 and 11. But yeah, for the 10-day forecast, it is going to be fairly winter-like. I'm still putting together my forecast for tonight. I just wanted to get in the live video first. But some computer models are showing signs of a big warm-up early next week. So by early next week, I'm talking about like the 17th, 18th, 19th. Those of you that are familiar with the different computer models, one of them called the Euro, or the European computer model was showing temperatures in the 50s for next week. Now, I'm not forecasting quite that warm, but I do see some signs that we are going to be warmer through the end of February. So we'll see if that pans out, but it does look like this bout of winter weather is going to be pretty short-lived. All right, if there's any more comments, leave them down below. We got about 300 of you on Facebook, been live for about 20 minutes. So if for some reason I didn't get a chance to get to your question, just scroll back on this live video, and you can see if I answered it at somewhere else in the video. Hope you stay safe driving in the snow. As I mentioned, roads could get a little bit nasty this evening, and then right around 8 to 9 o'clock, we're going to start to see that snow transition into rain. So be safe out there. We'll see if there's any delays tomorrow, but do your homework tonight just to be safe. Hope you have a great evening. We have no 6 o'clock newscast tonight, but we are live at 10 on Fox 36 and 11 on WTOL. So I hope to see you then. We'll be live out in First Alert Defender if the weather warrants it. Have a great Sunday, and thanks for joining me here.